Welcome to Formula Dream, where we dive deep into the stories shaping the world of Formula One. Today, we're dissecting a situation that has left fans and experts alike scratching their heads. Red Bull Racing's once dominant RB20 has taken a nosedive, and Max Verstappen, never one to mince words, has labelled it an undrivable monster. What has caused this dramatic fall from grace? Let's take a closer look. Let's start with the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, a circuit that demands speed and precision. Qualifying is crucial here, yet Red Bull found themselves in a perplexing situation. In a baffling twist, Max Verstappen actually recorded a slower time in Q3 than in Q2, securing a mere 7th place start. This was a shocking result for a team that has been synonymous with front-row dominance. Monza's iconic straights and chicanes exposed the RB20's underlying issues, setting the stage for what would be a disappointing weekend. Come race day, things didn't improve. Verstappen, known for his aggressive driving and ability to wrestle performance out of any car, could only muster a 6th place finish. The RB20's balance issues, which have haunted the team all season, were glaringly evident. The car that once seemed untouchable was now struggling to hold its own among the frontrunners. This performance marked a stark contrast to the season's opening races and left both Verstappen and Red Bull with more questions than answers. The RB20, once the pinnacle of engineering excellence, is now a car that even the reigning world champion struggles to control. The drop in performance has been as dramatic as it has been perplexing, leaving the team scrambling to identify the root causes. The upcoming races are critical for Red Bull to address these issues and return to the form that saw them dominate at the start of the season. Max Verstappen is not known for holding back, and his recent comments reflect a deepening frustration with the RB20. As a driver who thrives on precision and control, Verstappen's dissatisfaction speaks volumes about the state of Red Bull's car. But his concerns go beyond mere frustration. They're a candid acknowledgement that the team's championship hopes are slipping away. After Monza, Verstappen didn't shy away from expressing his discontent. "We went from having a very dominant car to an undrivable one in just 6 to 8 months," he said, highlighting the rapid and unexpected decline in performance. This wasn't just a moment of frustration, it was a call to arms. Verstappen's demand for a complete rethink of the car's design and setup underscores the severity of the situation. For a driver who has consistently delivered results, this shift from dominance to damage control is both surprising and concerning. One possible factor in this downturn is the departure of Adrian Newey, the mastermind behind many of Red Bull's championship-winning cars. Newey's exit in May coincided with the beginning of Red Bull's struggles, leading to speculation that his absence has left a void too large to fill. However, Verstappen himself has downplayed this theory. He acknowledges Newey's influence, but insists that the RB20's issues are more deep-rooted, extending beyond the loss of even such a pivotal figure. Verstappen's critique is not just a reflection of his own frustrations. It's a warning signal to the entire Red Bull team. The challenge they face is enormous. They need to reverse the fortunes of a car that has become a liability. Verstappen, despite his immense talent, has admitted that he's done all he can from a driving perspective. Now, it's up to the engineers to respond and address the fundamental flaws that have turned their dream car into a nightmare. Verstappen's concerns highlight the gravity of Red Bull's situation. As they head into the next races, the pressure is on to make significant improvements. But with Verstappen himself expressing doubt about their championship prospects, the road ahead looks more challenging than ever. As we continue to explore the downfall of Red Bull Racing this season, it's clear that their struggles are not occurring in a vacuum. The RB20, once the standard bearer of excellence, is now faltering, and this decline is having ripple effects throughout the F1 grid. Red Bull's competitors, especially McLaren, are seizing the opportunity to close the gap and challenge the status quo. The timing of Red Bull's decline is one of the most intriguing aspects of this story. The downturn began shortly after Adrian Newey's departure, a move that, on the surface, seemed unrelated, but now appears more significant in hindsight. While Verstappen has dismissed the idea that Newey's exit is the sole cause, the coincidence is hard to ignore. The RB20's sudden drop in performance has left many wondering if the team's engineering foundation has been shaken. At the start of the season, the RB20 looked unbeatable. Red Bull secured 3 1-2 finishes in the first 4 races, a level of dominance that suggested they were set for another banner year. But as the season has progressed, that dominance has evaporated. The balance issues that Verstappen has alluded to have become more pronounced, turning the RB20 from a precision instrument into a car that is increasingly difficult to handle. While Red Bull has struggled, McLaren has emerged as a formidable challenger. The performances of Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris have been nothing short of impressive, consistently outpacing both Verstappen and Sergio Perez in recent races. At Monza, McLaren's strength was undeniable, with Norris and Piastri securing second and third places. This resurgence has put McLaren within 12 points of Red Bull in the constructors' standings, a scenario that would have been unthinkable just a few months ago. McLaren's rise represents a significant shift in the competitive landscape. For Red Bull, the pressure is now on like never before. They must not only address their own internal issues, but also contend with a resurgent rival that is rapidly gaining ground. With Norris now just 62 points behind Verstappen in the drivers' standings, the championship battle is far from over, and Red Bull's once commanding lead is under serious threat. The consequences of Red Bull's struggles are profound, not just for the team, but for the entire Formula One grid. The possibility of being overtaken by McLaren, a team that, until recently, was not seen as a direct competitor, is a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in this sport. Red Bull is now at a crossroads. Either they find a way to reclaim their dominance, or they risk being eclipsed by a new order. In summary, Red Bull's decline has been as swift as it has been unexpected. From leading the pack to fighting for survival, their journey this season is a testament to the unpredictable nature of Formula One. The rise of McLaren has added an extra layer of complexity to the championship race, making the next few races critical for Red Bull.